Meet one of the cleverest animals, but this raccoon needs to take extra care. She's a mom. This is the Americas, where we search for the wild and the wonderful. There's magic to be found in your own backyard. You watch with your family, you are enthralled, enlightened, and you are entertained.
The Americas premieres February 23rd on NBC and Peacock.
Is NBC4 News at 11.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 11 on this Christmas Eve. I'm Camilla Rambaldi in for Colleen Williams. It's a holiday tradition in downtown LA, a special holiday mass at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels. NBC4's Tracy Leong is there for the festivities leading into Christmas Day. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Camilla, and Merry Christmas Eve to you and to everyone at home tonight. You know, I spoke to people who were coming to the Mass tonight. They say this is a very special tradition that they look forward to every year, to be surrounded by their friends and family. This is the Cathedral Choir performing Christmas carols inside the Cathedral of the Lady of the Angels. Hundreds of worshipers filled the pews for Christmas Eve Mass that took place from 10 to 11 tonight. This tradition is recognized around the world, celebrating the birth of Jesus. Father Matthew Wheeler with the Cathedral explaining their doors are open to everyone.
The Catholic Church is universal. It's worldwide. And so on the one hand, each culture is unique. You know, that beautiful, rich diversity is to be celebrated, yet we have a common faith, common Savior. And so no matter where people are coming from in the world, we can come here, we can pray together, we can unite in our faith, and just once again, open our hearts anew to Jesus.
Before Mass, people gathered outside the cathedral, many stopping by the nativity scene in the courtyard to take photos. Parishioners telling me what Christmas means to them.
The belief of our Catholic, you know, the teachings of our religion, and it's about respect and a family, bonding, friends, and peace for the whole world.
To spend time with family and friends. It's not about gifts. It's about appreciating my parents still being here. A lot of my friends don't have their parents.
Tradition in the Philippines that we usually go to church like before the Christmas.
The cathedral will be holding Christmas Mass tomorrow morning at 8 and 10. That will be in English. And then at 12:30, it will be in Spanish with Archbishop Gomez. They do expect about 5,000 people to attend. Reporting live in downtown LA, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
Tracy, thanks so much. We now want to take you outside. You're looking live at downtown LA. At this hour, meteorologist David Bigger is tracking your first alert forecast. And David, we saw that rain, that fog, and now you're keeping an eye on some wind too.
That's exactly right. This is what it looked like earlier this evening and earlier essentially throughout the day in some areas. This was Claremont. You can see we had some light to moderate steady rainfall, but just didn't amount to much out there. And this system is very quick moving. In fact, as we take a look at satellite and radar combined, you'll notice that the system has already essentially moved out of the region. We're now looking at just some patches of low clouds and fog over parts of the IE. And on the back side of it, the winds are starting to pick up. Here's a look at the current gusts out there in the last hour. LAX has been reporting gusts up to 22 miles an hour. Van Nuys 36 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Santa Clarita has been in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range with occasional stronger gusts. You see this purple coloring in here. That's 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. And this does extend down into the west side. So we are looking at some gusts in areas that are typically pretty wind sheltered. Here's what it looks like from our Mount Wilson camera right now. If you look at some of the trees, you can see that we've got some motion in the trees currently. That's a sign of some of the wind across the upper elevations. Not everybody is looking at the wind, though, for tomorrow. I think the clouds will be lingering in the Inland Empire tonight. The winds are picking up across the valley spots, specifically the Santa Clarita Valley, San Fernando Valley, and Simi Valley. San Gabriel Valley should be pretty quiet, though. For tomorrow, it'll be dry and breezy still in a couple of those locations. And then it gets really windy as we get into the remainder of the week. As we get into Thursday and Friday, we'll start to